Hello, Tipton Baptist. It's Pastor Jason coming at you with a word of encouragement. Today is Tuesday, September 21st. And while normally words of encouragement were sort of historically on Fridays, last Friday I was unable to send you one. I actually had one in mind. It never made it to the YouTube page. And looking over the past couple of days, I'm kind of glad it didn't go. There was a different word I think that God would maybe have for you to be encouraging to you. Those of you who are going to listen to this, and there might only be a handful of you, but those of you who are directed to listen to this, I would like you to take great comfort and encouragement in the words that I believe are fitting for you right now, coming through the last few days. Words from the Apostle Paul we find in Ephesians. Be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that you might be able to stand against the wiles or the flaming arrows of the devil. The whole armor of God. And we understand there are pieces to this armor. And sometimes people actually think about them literally and pray and say, God, give me the helmet of salvation. Help me use the sword of the Spirit well. Those of you who know your Ephesians 6 probably remember the pieces of the armor. But the idea here is imagery that Paul's giving because of a battle that is happening that we need strength in. And it is a spiritual battle. And I believe for those who God moves to watch this moment of encouragement, there's a spiritual battle that's been picking away at you, and you need encouragement to come back to remember the words from Paul. It says, be strong in the Lord, not strong in yourself, not strong in your reasoning and logic, not strong in the principles of logic that you might use that are right, but strong in the Lord. And with a kind of strength that is powerful. Be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might, not yours. So I ask you to consider this as a word of encouragement. Consider Paul's words. See that being strong in the Lord is a strength that's not yours. Go to God and say, Lord, I need to trust you, and I'm lacking that trust even. Put that in me. Whether it's matters coming over the television with news, whether it's letters that you've received that have been frustrating. Many people running organizations have received letters that are frustrating, and their focal point is what seems to be this battle for freedoms. And I'm saying there's a much, much greater battle at play here, and it is a spiritual one. Our responses must be that of confidence in God, even when things do not go our way. And things, perhaps for you, have not gone your way. Come back to these verses and be encouraged. Be strong in the Lord. Realize that what's happening has not been outside of God's hand. For the believer, everything that happens, as a very wise man once said to me, for the believer, everything that happens has been sifted through the hands and the fingers of God even before they reach me. I would even go further to say what happens is from God's hand. Otherwise, it wouldn't have happened. And while bad things happen, you say, well, God doesn't make bad things happen. He's fully aware of everything that will happen and ordains all things and governs all things. So even when there are bad things happen, while the enemy of our soul might be at the root, he is even governed and understands his submission to the God Almighty. Might this be an encouragement to be strong in the Lord and in the power and the strength of his might. And put on the whole armor of God. It's not armor that you can find. It's armor that is God's. And it comes from trusting in his power and in his strength. Might this be an encouragement to you? I hope it is. I'm still going to come at you with a Friday word of encouragement this week. But until then, just go back to Ephesians. Hear the words that Paul said that he actually meant for us to believe. And believe them. And when we don't believe them, ask God, hey, I know it's true. Help me believe them, God. And go back to God and ask him again. And go back and ask him again. He'll help you. He really wants you to believe him. He didn't write them for us not to believe. So he is for us to believe them. So go back and ask him. Until then, until Friday's word of encouragement, stay in the word. And reach out to me if you want to chat. Text, email, you can call if you'd like. Talk to you Friday. Bye-bye.